Don Westphal here, the Director of Athletics at Bethany Lutheran College, and we are on the Bethany Sports Beat, blcvikings.com. We're going to talk volleyball at this point, and that means we get to talk to the birthday guy himself, John Olmanson, as we're doing this taping, so happy birthday on that.
Thank you.
Couple of practices under your belt, kind of your official stamp now on this team. You've been with them for a few years, kind of top to the bottom, other than the seniors that you brought on board when you came a few years ago. Do you kind of feel at this point this is your team, your mark, your style of play and all that kind of stuff? Or is even that still every year kind of a work in progress because you're bringing in new players and things of that nature?
I'd say it's always a work in progress, but these are the individuals, the athletes, and the personalities that I went out and found and recruited. We had a team meeting last night that went really, really well, and we spoke to that, and they agree. And that's very important because the team chemistry can make or break regardless of the athletes that you have in there. So, so this is technically the second year because we didn't lose any seniors, but the first year that we have the recruits that I went out and brought to campus here, and I think it shows because I looked for a certain type of personality and a certain type of competitor, and when they get into their drills out there and we pair them up in match-like situations, there's already some chemistry out there that, of course, encourages the coaching staff. So.
Now, it's been a few years since the team has been in the conference tournament. I would have to think that as you identify team goals and stuff for the year, especially with you having been around, the other teams in the league a whole lot more better and the coaches and the tendencies, I would imagine that would be one of your primary goals in the season. We need to get this team back into that top 5. We need to be back in the conference tournament.
Correct. That is an aspect of our meeting that was talked about quite a bit. What we do every year is we have an attainable goal or goals, and then we have some reach goals. And both of those, I'm happy to say, put us in that top half and getting us to the tournament at the end of the season.
Depth, I would think, especially with the numbers that you've been able to generate with recruiting in recent years, depth, you must be really pleased about the opportunity for competition within the practice arena.
Absolutely. And coincidentally, another big aspect of the meeting last night was that we're all part of the same team. We're all working together, we're teammates, but at the same time, you want to earn your spot. And I don't make any promises to these athletes when they come in as freshmen or as they progress through the years here as part of the program. And they all know that they have to earn it every week, every practice.
I know most coaches don't necessarily like to single out any players, but I am going to put you on the spot, maybe the players themselves, because at this point with where the team has been in order to reach those goals, who are going to have to be the key performers for you that you're going to be able to count on every night? And even if that might be a freshman or two that some of our fans might not know about, but are going to have an opportunity to come in right away and see some significant playing time. Yeah,
actually there are definitely people both as returning athletes and first-year athletes that will be contributing. Of course, we're looking to senior Kristen Milkey for her leadership out there. She's been starting at middle since her freshman year, and she'll be out there swinging and blocking away. Jasmine Carlson, who joined us a little later last season and assumed the libero role last year, is actually going to be setting for us this year, and we're real excited about that. She's got the right mindset for it, so those two will connect quite a bit. Rachel Sorensen, who last year was just in the basketball program, has decided on volleyball as well, and she's a gifted athlete. She'll be contributing. As far as freshmen are concerned, we've got some height coming in with some trained middles, and Megan Rutt and Haley Dominowski that will both see quite a bit of playing time and hopefully improve our defense on that front line.
And as we get into the conference race, I would imagine as you're looking at the top contenders, rankings haven't come out as we're doing the taping here, you're going to expect to see the Northwesterns and the Scholasticas once again. But also this year, much like last year, you guys are under a format where you only play each team once as far as matches that count in standings. So while you have a longer season in terms of the sheer number of matches you play, only 8 of them count in the conference standings. So those are pinnacle. Everything's pointed to those 8 matches. Am I pretty much right, though, as far as how you assess the conference race, the Northwestern, that's still the team to beat?
Yeah, Northwestern has proven they have a good model up there. And once again, I'm sure I'm confident Beth will end up on the top of the conference seed. Those next 3-4 teams, there's always a little bit of who they lost and who they gained as far as recruits and seniors and such. But those are where you set your sights. Those are where you put the targets, and you aim for taking those down. It's a challenge for the coaching staff to work towards pumping them up for that one time you get to compete against those conference teams because it counts so much. And then right on the other side of that fine line is kind of freaking them out because that one time counts. And so we've had some talks about that already too, that every match, every set, we need to bring it all. And they're on board so far. So
Every match, every set, keep track of the progress of the Bethany Vikings this year and Coach John Olmanson on the volleyball court. Again, you are watching the Bethany Sports Beat here on BLCVikings.com.